Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava Metzia, page 58a, part 3. The Gemara concludes, rather, Rabbi Elazar said, this oath of the agents is a rabbinic ordinance instituted so that people will not treat consecrated property with contempt. If they knew that there is no oath, they would neglect to safeguard the shekels properly. Plug in the battery here. Yeah. Plug in the, yeah. The Mishnah teaches that paid bailee does not pay if these items were stolen or lost. Rav Yosef Bar Chama raises a contradiction before Rabbah. We learn in the Mishnah, paid bailee does not pay. And the Gemara raises a contradiction from a Braita. One who hires a day laborer to watch the red heifer to ensure that it is not disqualified, to watch the child to ensure that he remains ritually pure from birth in order to draw the water mixed with the ashes of the heifer, or to safeguard the seeds for the barley that will be used in the Omer offering, does not give him wages for Shabbat. Therefore, if the items that the day laborer was entrusted to watch were lost on Shabbat, financial responsibility for their loss on Shabbat is not incumbent upon him, since he is not a paid bailee on that day. The Braita continues, but if he was a laborer hired for a week, hired for a month, hired for a year, or hired for 7 years, the one who hired him gives him wages for labor performed on Shabbat as well. Therefore, if the items were lost on Shabbat, financial responsibility for their loss on Shabbat is incumbent upon him. What is it not that he is liable to pay for the loss he caused? As the list of the items being safeguarded includes consecrated items, this Braita apparently rules that a paid bailee bears responsibility for consecrated property. The Gemara rejects this. No. The ruling of the Braita is stating that the bailee is responsible is only with regard to forfeiting his wages because he was derelict in safeguarding the items with which he was entrusted. Rav Yosef Bar Chama asks, if so, in the first clause of the Braita, which teaches that financial responsibility for their loss on Shabbat is not incumbent upon him, is this also with regard to forfeiting his wages? But does he have wages for the work he did on Shabbat? But isn't it taught that one does not give him wages for Shabbat? Clearly, the reference is to responsibility to pay for the safeguarded items themselves. Rabbah was silent, unable to answer.